Hi there, KERISPEAR Intro here. This guide has been requested by a lot of you guys and I figured it could be quite interesting for you to get a grasp of how I see things according to the way I play. So you do understand that this guide is based on my personal experience in which I try to incorporate things that are not usually covered and try to have an in-depth on things that are more extra about the Maehwa Awakening spec in 2023. You have to understand that Maehwa is not a class that is going to deal massive damages all at once while sustaining and being protected. You're not a hero, you need to drop the ego, it's not 2019 anymore and Maehwa is not able to withstand nowadays damages in 2023. You need to set yourself the right mindset, you're a squishy class, you're extremely sensitive to any movement and attack speed debuffs and your playstyle is solely skirmishing trying to stay alive. Now I know people must be reluctant about mouse movements and I truly think it's a way to extend your creativity and enjoyment whether it's on Maehwa or any other classes of the game. Now here's a small exercise to improve your game. You want to press Ctrl then LMB then Ctrl again as fast as you can while changing the direction you'll be mouse moving towards to. If you trigger an auto attack, it'll mean you failed the mouse movement. Once you get comfortable with that, you can start mouse moving any other skills that you can. Prime example is Petal Drill. Petal Drill is a skill that is separated in 3 parts. First part is a bound SA debuff, you can mouse move, then you have the second part which is unprotected if you don't immediately trigger the final part by pressing LMB. The final part can be mouse moved by repeating the same process. Maehwa's Awakening kit is quite handy and it's not that hard to master. There are skills that are primordial and that allow Maehwa Awakening to perform and be efficient at dealing damages. Now, I want to bring up on the table what's going to allow you to be a very dynamic and an efficient Maehwa Awakening under any circumstances. These are skills that you need to master, whether it's the timings, execution time, the placement they give you, everything to the point you're able to pocket mouse move them. Backstep Slash is a very important skill as it applies 50% movement speed debuff for 10 seconds to the target, providing you an instant high advantage when it comes to pressure as you would be faster than your target and you would disable them from escaping burst damages. A basic example is imagine using Backstep Slash into Slit Step into Petal Boom, which requires some time to be cast at full potential. See what I mean? All about optimization. Carver is not protected, but it's a valuable follow-up to engages. You can execute Chase in the back and instantly do Carver to float. Nemesis Slash is another skill that is extremely good in the sense that it sure is not protected, but it allows you to regen HPs on anything that has a hitbox, fort, constructions, pets, horses, buffs in AOS, etc. Blooming Step is a very good skill that needs to be mastered, as it allows good movement whether to engage and apply DP debuff or disengage, and it also allows good resources management, which I'll cover later on. It is a skill that you can pocket FG mouse move and it allows you to stay pretty nicely protected. It also connects very smoothly to Decapitating Cyclone. Now, you can use every kicks according to your preferences. A CC follow-up is always very valuable in situations where you need a re-CC to extend your combo. It's always good to know that you have skills that you can rely on in the case your main re-CCs are on cooldown. Backstab is a protected SA skill that deals massive damages. It can be used to bait Q guard classes into grab then instantly punish with evasion, stab arrow and other skills. Retaliation is a very nice FJ and it is a linger, meaning that it's gonna give you the opportunity to regen resources and stamina and also bait enemies into engaging you so that you can punish them right after. Now we'll have a look at tap cancels. Tap cancels are mostly secondary, they're hardly protected and are risky to do, but they're nice and amusing extensions to the entire Maehwa Awakening kit. What you need to do is W running stance, press shift, so that'll do Carver and press tab into LMB and RMB while holding shift. You need to practice it as tap cancels take a bit of time to handle. Same goes for Blooming Step and Blooming Stride. For the skill rotation, I'd like to provide you the highest damage dealing combo I know. Of course there are many variants and these are quite natural to get since Maehwa doesn't have a lot of combo potential. By practicing this combo you can just simplify it to create other combos according to a situation that may be more adapted to the scale you're playing in, whether large scale, 1v1s, open world, etc. Now this is my signature extension combo. You might have seen in lots of my montages that you can use when you feel confident enough and if target has a bit of HPs left. Now you could just incorporate it in other several combos. In the end, all you have to do once you understand how it works is to cook. Now, I don't really recommend unlocking every skills. Maehwa has a very special bind kit which leads to confusion as some overrides others and you might end up doing skills you didn't intend to. Now, these are skills that I recommend unlocking. You lock Decapitation, Divider, Lunar Slash, Dragon Claw, Ascension to Heaven. Now, Ascension to Heaven is great to use in PvE because it shortens the animation of Red Moon, but you have way less frontal guard potential, hence it's better not to use it in PvP. Resource management is a huge thing on Maehwa. Most of the time, if you don't know your shit, you'll run out of stamina very quick and you'll just end up being idle like a complete plant in the middle of a battlefield. For that, you have linges that you need to tool around, especially Awakening, Frontal Guards, and C-swaps. You also have essays like Battle Drill, Moonlight Dash that you need to use wisely, and you need to learn how to play in a neutral way around those while staying at a certain range, pressuring, and not rendering distance. Now, gears-wise, it's subjective. This gear progression is my personal one along the years. I transitioned from VR to EVA after reaching soft cap. Because I mostly do open world PvP and 1v1s, I tend to go for sustainability over damages, hence the evasion build. Since Maehwa already has a very great advantage with accuracy modifiers against evasion targets, you can allow yourself to run such builds and be efficient. Add-ons wise, these are the ones I use for general purpose. I don't really like bothering, so I'm using the same add-ons and they do the job. Once again, it's subjective and you should tool around the add-ons according to skills you use the most. If you go to Largescale, you can replace some add-ons by bleeding add-ons, extra damages on special hits, etc. Here's the UI that I'm personally using. I like that setup as it's pretty clear and simplified. There's no useless intel displayed on the screen and it allows me to have a better bird's eye view of things surrounding me. I do not get confused into my cooldowns, I'm like clearly seeing where I mouse move, etc, so I think it's a huge benefit to have a clear screen. Although I know that you need a pretty solid game sense not to rely on visual cooldowns. I figured the best way to explicit how I play in different scenarios is to have extracts of clips of my own experiences in which I'll try giving an analysis of how I react to XYZ. Now, what is happening there? Rubbo and I are fighting pretty close to each other's, that's why I call pocket fights. Now at this point we're trying to punish each other's FGs while sustaining and damaging each other's rotating SE skills to SE trade. You can see I'm pocket frontal guard mouse moving most of my skills, allowing me to stand my own ground. I then reposition with blind thrust and instantly punish the gap on Rubbo's stigma using grapple arrow. I'm triggering a frontal guard, and at this point I'm guessing where he's gonna end up. He's gonna go for my back, so I pocket FG in my back and nullify his CC. Then I re-engage with grapple arrow mouse move to punish his unprotected stance after his iframe. This play is relatively interesting as it demonstrates the use of Backstep Slash at its prime. It's such a strong skill to tool around. I pocket FG Backstep Slash according to his position, turn the camera and instantly punish his mistake by knocking him back, then stun with Dragon Bite into Carver float. Now for group fights and large scale, I think the best way to get a grasp of Maehwa's game sense is to have the one and only paint type beat drawing. Special thanks to Torment for this beautiful drawing. Now as a whole, you start in the defensive play zone. That's where your group is stacked and pre-buffing. What you need to do is not to play with them, but around them. You're a skirmisher, so your role is to go for the back lanes or damage the main enemy cluster by flanking. Now care, fight is then rolled into 3 phases: the engage, the moment both groups collapse into the neutral play, and the post collapse. Now you need to act right after the collapse, which is usually called the second wave engage. People are debuffed and have taken considerable damages, and it's your moment as a skirmisher and damage dealer to scoop the kills and finish off priority targets. You want to look for backlaners and classes that don't allow your teammates to perform. TLDR, you start in the defensive play zone, start moving into the reactive sideline, wait for both groups to collapse and then engage into either the neutral play zone or the flank play, aggressive play so that you can get kills. Don't forget to position yourself in a way that your mates see you and can help you whenever you need help and peeling. Now last point, I want to emphasize the importance of joining guilds and groups that foster positive relationships. You need a space that's going to help you to improve and evolve. You should always seek to meet new people and look forward to people that are better than you. Do not hesitate asking players that are known to be good from every classes to spare some of their time for a few duels. You need to be like a sponge and absorb every knowledge you can incorporate so that you can perform better at any scales. Well, that was it for my Advanced Maehwa Awakening Guide 2023. I hope it helped you guys getting some inspirations and a much better understanding at the spec and its advanced details, and I truly look forward to what you guys will do with that. Now, I recently became a Parallel-based content creator, so I do stream and still work on montages and videos, and I like to interact with the community, so feel free to join my Discord. You'll find my contacts right after that, and all the links will be in the description. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!